Sunday morning. Good morning, Sunday morning.
We're 40 Sunday mornings out from normal and the world is not the same. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never came. Don't shine a light in my face.
Nancy gonna cut you a check too late. 2 years after your funeral's paid, 2 years after the grave, she'll be a little stronger for all of the dollars she saved. Watching you wake, watching you cling to your family slipping away. Watch her do nothing but pray. Watch her condemn the Republicans, take them to brunch and then shrug it away. Now watch us be outraged half of a day, then pick a new hero to face our leaders and think they could beat them, playing the game they played since Pelosi had real human blood in her veins. They're all one and the same, sold off stocks and they all maintain that the risk was benign and the virus was tame. Flash forward and 40 Sunday mornings fade, 250,000 people and its wake, and the cruise ship sailed today. So motherfucker, don't shine a light in my face. Wait.
Good morning, Sunday morning. Good morning,
Wait.
Sunday morning.
We're 40 Sunday mornings out from normal and the world is not the same. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never came. Don't shine a light in my face. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never.
Hey, what about you, eyeballs? What did you see?
It couldn't have been me, sir. I was front row in my AOC t-shirt, foie gras sucking on a press release, sir. My head down, fourth shot, good little sheep, sir. Sit down, sweetie. The adults are gonna speak first. They trust the science and they're terrified of research. Here to thank our healthcare heroes, they've been feeding to the burnout, feet first. Until suddenly they dip mid-shift, take a header off a bridge. Such a shame, they were really such a sweet nurse. Now they'll never get the card and the cold slice of pizza meant to thank them for their teamwork. Now they'll never get the baggie full of checks mixed, which would be the one reward they'd see for the moms they had to intubate. And the countless cries of grief since we've been haunted by the specter of the C word. Now all the applause for our healthcare heroes rings a very hollow note because we played it out like Freebird. See, add the ones and zeros in our fragile checks and balances, or checks for all the wealthy who have such unholy talents that we think it's patriotic that we all got zero balances. And re-elect Pelosi so she'll face our toughest challenges. Which is analogous to water for a drowning man. Nancy disregards our impoverished with a spiteful and dismissive little waving of her withered hand. Cause 500,000 freezing on the streets is Biden's winter plan. And I bet you swore they told you you were voting for a different man. But really all you wanted was a different man. It didn't make a fucking difference if he finishes the previous inhabitant's agenda and starts auctioning protected land. Biden's born to leap at any war a donor's check demands. Turns out that you can't cure greed once it infects a man. Once they lose respect for human life and focus all their fucking efforts on the oil baron rescue plan. Honey, what are we to Hecuba or Hecuba to us that if she's starving we should give a damn? Why should we be moved to tears if someone isn't eating? We won't even recognize that food is essential to our being. It's just us and motherfucking Israel who will not guarantee that food's a basic human right. Because starvation is our favorite tool of genocide disguised as sanctioned democratic healing. That's me in the corner, losing my religion, gouging out my eyes and then dancing on the ceiling. Jesus fucking Christ, what a feeling.
Hey, what about you, eyeballs? What did you see?
Legend says that Hercules swept Cerberus right off his feet and effortlessly set him down softly as a songbird. Atlas kept the world upon his back and every day wondered whether he could stand it any longer. And Taravid came out to say the man they tried to label the Messiah of morality was really just another rapist. And I don't intend to hesitate when asked who was the stronger. Tara, like Assange, knew that carrying the truth would be the hardest labor. Tara knew that her assailant wasn't gonna make us any safer. And knew he's just the type of man to hand a decent foreign leader US printed walking papers. And knew he'd be relentless and aggressive in the war he'd wage upon her very character. That his attempts to weaken and degrade and embarrass her would be her only compensation. But I strongly doubt that anyone could ever have foreseen the stream of hate that came from quote-unquote progressives and the self-styled titans of survivor advocation. So if you really think there's something to be gained out of sharing your pain with the world, you are sorely mistaken. The Biden team just drug their feet addressing Tara's allegations. Until they had a decent list of smears, then they aired them out on every station. And it turns out no one wants to hear the truth of who they praised as being worthy of such bloated liberal celebration. That no one wants to really know the person they've so valiantly defended, even when it meant they had to gloat and shit all over someone braver than they'd be if given the occasion. Now cue the faceless comment squad invasion. Cue those fuckers crawling out the woodwork to come analyze the way you wore your hair and what you wear. Like your appearance waives your rights, or that somehow you're the reason for your situation. Somehow they've decided you should bear responsibility for what such monstrous men insist on doing. Somehow they're deluded by the empty, hypocritical, and useless fucking platitudes that bastard keeps on spewing. And I think it's very telling that the best of their excuses when they try to come and justify our president's abuses is a hearty butt Trump. In which case I'll remind you that you never saw the news attempt to sell us Donald Trump like he was morally upstanding or a decent human. But when Joe says something bigoted or ogles someone's little kid, CNN says, isn't this refreshing? Biden's like a mix of JFK and FDR with all the finer parts of Harry Truman. Christ, I know that they don't think that we're the brightest, but at least pretend we got a couple lumens. Ask yourself if you have ever questioned what they fed you, or do you just shut your eyes and then consume it? And now ask yourself if you ate every one of Biden's lies under guise of harm reduction and the promise of a slight improvement. And now imagine long ago that Biden chose to show you who he really was by traumatizing you for his amusement. Now imagine that you watched him touch a Bible with those filthy hands, and then assume the power of the highest seat in all the land, of knowing your attacker wields a global coalition born of three-letter agencies who'll make a life's mission out of trying to discredit you through lies, damn lies, and collusion. Big tech is never gonna separate from our surveillance state. Fuck's sakes, they're just a breath away from total fusion. So there will come a time where even if you see the light, your voice will never reach the sky through all the bots and all the noise pollution. So trust us when we tell you that the masking of abuses is perhaps this country's oldest institution. And I know nothing nobler than facing it in honor of the truth when you know that the people holding power have been neutralizing truth since there was wet ink on the Constitution. So know that Tara's truth is something crucial to the movement. And if you see yourself a partner to the revolution, help this country see through all the baseless propaganda through the crux of Joe's illusions. And recognize that Tara Reid gave everything she had so she could tell us what the truth is. Recognize the decent thing to do when someone bears their soul and shows their bruises is not to ask for context or offer up your own solutions. Your job is just to listen with an honest mind and put yourself on Tara's side a moment so you understand the path she chooses. That there is no instant fame worth the dragging of your name. And if that's what you think, you've a lot to learn about the kind of facts the mob can handle and the kind that it refuses. You've a lot to learn about the news and all its many uses. Guess you've yet to learn the truth the news will serve as fruit from which they've squeezed out all the juices. And we all eat the husk and just pretend it's full of nutrients and isn't really useless. But the jaws of our ability to yield accountability are absolutely toothless. So don't you kid yourself that any lips are being loosened. They won't ever tell us where the bodies are or show us where the proof is. It's on you to recognize the lechery our president so regularly oozes. It's on you to muster up some honesty and ask yourself how Biden won your trust, but it's America that loses. Open up your eyes and learn to recognize the bruises. Open up your eyes and learn to recognize the bruises.
Fate demanded I be singer of a new ballad about the candidate you wanted like a finger in your fruit salad, but were made to choke down. And never mind he didn't have supporters on the ground. Never mind a website that gave volunteers the runaround and a platform, a policy that followed Biden's lead and didn't make a fucking sound. And then he takes the crown. Now that's ascension into power by immaculate election, cause no one really wanted it and no one should have trusted it, but don't you try to question it, cause Joe is not a fan of questions. But Joe is a fan of pointing fingers right in people's faces. Or if they're not in public spaces, Joe will try to poke a finger everywhere I won't mention. Joe's soul is molded and beholden more to power than the list of fucking speakers at the DNC convention, who gave us all a show of keeping AOC at bay, just so everyone can say they tried to censor her dissension. But if you still believe the progressives we've elected give a shit if
IndependentLeft.news. Indie.
What's up, Indie?
IndieNews.Network.
Indie. I get news from Independent Left.
IndependentLeft.news. IndependentLeft.news.
Indie Left Media.
Independent Left News.
Indie Left.
Independent Left News.
Independent Left Media.
Indie Media.
Indie Left.
Indie.
Indie Left News.
Indie Left.
Hi, Indie!
Indie Left News.
Subscribe to IndieNews.Network.
We're world building.
Your way of assisting, I feel like, is really cool.
IndependentLeft.news.
Independent Left News.
I'm a huge fan.
He created INN.
The founder of Independent News Network.
Indy is the founder of Indie News Network.
Thank you, IndependentLeft.news.
A huge thank you and shout out to Indie Left.
Everyone check out Indie Left News.
Hey, Indie Left.
IndependentLeft.news.
Indie.
Hi, Indie.
Indie Left. Indie Left News.
Indie News.
Independent Media.
Independent Left News has done an amazing job.
Hi, everybody. Oh, what's going on? Oh, wow. Why am I seeing Reef? Wrong screen. I'm seeing your screen.
Oh, how about that?
Hey, now I see Reef.
better,
Hey,
huh?
I was like, wait, huh? Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Indy's voice a
Watching
little
the
hoarse
stream.
tonight. Yes, you're watching me. It's a little
Like
Inception
a
tonight.
mini pony?
How did we
You're a
miss
little
that
hoarse?
Inception version? It's like I said, it's Indy again. There's a lot happening. Holy moly. It's been quite a week. I got Reef sitting here next to me. That's Dr. Smokey.cloud. I see you see the independentleft.media. That's my URL. You can find us over there. We've got some people already chatting. You were listening to the amazing the dulcet tones of our friend Jesse Jett, an INN member. He actually just got me again with Tara Reid's song. And love him. It's great.
emotional damage.
Yes, he hit me. We were watching UFC last night, and holy moly, that was a wild ride. Yeah,
a good fight night.
Yeah, don't mess with a big Russian bear. I can just say, holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Or a tiny karate guy from South Carolina, either one of them.
Yeah, both of us are kind of a little bit under it, and I'm standing tonight instead of sitting because my back's all messed up. But we're here and we're doing this, and we got so much to talk about and so much to cover. And
my back.
Oh, my aching back. Yeah. So, yeah. Welcome everybody to How Do We Miss That? So, How Do We Miss That is a podcast and show streaming live on Rockfan, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, Odyssey, and Telegram. We're on all those, plus IndieLeft.news. Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. Available on all your favorite podcast platforms as well. Co-hosted by me, that's Indie, founder and editor of Independent Left News, IndieMedia.today, and Reef Breland, INN's technical director, host of Reefer After Dark and INN News. We are both founding members of IndieNews.Network, a collaborative family of independent content creators. Check us out at IndieNews.Network. All the stories were included in IndieLeft.news between Sunday and Friday. Actually, I think it took a Saturday story even. It's impossible to keep up with this fire hose of developing news all week long, like I say every week. These are just 4, 5, 6 pretty big stories out of the hundreds. Please make sure to share the link, like the stream, subscribe to our channel on all the platforms you watch and listen. We're pretty much everywhere, as I said. And yeah, holy crap. So I'm going to start with Indie Main, and let's go to the thumbnail, and let's start looking at what's going on here. Oh, I still have widget up. Okay. Let's put that down. Hey, okay. Got people chatting. Colin, Anthony, all the families here. Rick's here. Oz is here. Nikki's here. Hi, everybody. Okay, so, oh my God. Matt Taibbi. Wow. Rail strike. Maybe. Wow. I don't have a story for rail strike tonight because it's still ongoing. I mean, I can talk about it, but what's going to happen on the 9th is really going to be the key. Friday's the key. It's either they're going to strike or they're not, and they're going to do it without permission of the union. I'm hoping they're going to. I'm not. We'll see. But we'll cover that next Sunday night. I pretty much promise, depending on whatever happens on Friday. But like last week, we were still waiting. And now the Biden administration did what we pretty much expected them to do, which was separate the bills and screw them over. So I want to see the result and report on what's actually going to happen. And then what did we miss in all of that? And that's what we do. So what are we going to talk about this week? We got a couple things that were definitely missed because everybody I asked, hey, have you heard about this? Have you heard about this? They were, no, whoa, holy crap. So that's what we're here to do. So tonight we're talking about Peet's Coffee and the organizing that's going on there. We're going to talk about a couple cities and water poisoned. Holy,
don't you talk about coffee enough?
I do. I am drinking a really large Dunkin', and we talk about Starbucks a lot, and we shit on Amazon all the time. Fucking Dunkin'. All right. But we're also going to have some fun tonight with the Satan News Network and Turncoat Don and Joe, shut the fuck up, shit lib 2. Shut the fuck up, shit lib 2. Yes, we're going to do that again. We got to get that into, he made some new videos, and I want to show them to everybody and get them into a clip so that they can go out and everyone can see them because they're just incredible. I love that guy so much. He's great. Love you, Joe. All right. So first story, poisoned water in Texas. Now, again, I asked like 5 people, did you hear about the boil water advisory in Houston this month? Like this week? They were like, no, what are you talking about?
In fact, I did.
Did you?
Actually, would you like to know where I heard it?
Where did you hear about it?
On Independent Left News.
Hey, how about that? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, Anthony, Satan News Network. We're going to have some fun.
What's that website you got?
That's IndieLeft.news. That's right.
IndieLeft.news. That's what it is.
Yep.
I found it.
So, poison water comes from our friends at Courthouse News Service, Cameron Langford. Millions of Houston residents are warned to boil tap water. Okay, so this is crazy stuff. And Misty even shared a tweet. I don't have Misty's tweet, but She was outraged, as we all were. A power outage at a water treatment plant triggered the notice, which will remain in effect until Texas state regulators test samples in a lab. Well, this was like Monday, right? We have our stock photo shot of somebody shopping for water. And now there is none, by the way. But Houston's mayor said early Monday that he expects a boil water notice affecting all the city's 2.3 million residents to end Tuesday. They're hoping. The advisory, which was issued late Sunday by the city, came as a surprise because it was sunny and 75 degrees across greater Houston earlier in the day, with no widespread weather events, it seemed, that would necessitate such a warning like Hurricane Harvey in August 17 or Winter Storm Uri in February 21, both of which caused mass power outages throughout the region, right? But it also raised the question of why city officials waited so long to notify the public. This is amazing, given they set a power outage at a water purification plant about 10 miles east of downtown at 10:30 in the morning on Sunday, caused the water pressure to drop below the state required minimum PSI of 20 pounds, right? Well, when water pressure falls so low, right, groundwater carrying harmful bacteria can enter cracks and holes in pipes. Bacteria that can only be removed from water by boiling it, which experts say. I think there are even people that question that. But I wouldn't. But Houston's DPW is advising residents to boil water for drinking, food prep, bathing, and brushing their teeth, and not to use water and ice dispensed from their refrigerators though water pressure was restored to all customers shortly after the outage. That's gross. But, okay, Director of Houston Water, who's more than 1,400 staff members manage pipelines and treatment plants in a 600 square mile area, said residents who drank tap water before they learned the notice shouldn't be worried about their health.
No.
System pressure was never zero. It always remained pressurized. It just fell below the regulatory limit, and that's why I'm not concerned. She said the city doesn't issue boil water notices as soon as the power goes out at a treatment plant, as it must first verify that pressure's dropped in the system below 20 and notify Texas Commission of TEQ, right? TCEQ. There are a number of steps in the regulatory process before you issue one. We didn't want to unnecessarily alert the city if we didn't have to. You know, Mayor Turner backed her assurances. City's now focused on regulatory hurdles to remove it. Okay.
She means she didn't want people to panic. That's what it sounds like.
Panicking by boiling their water? I mean, by going to a store and buying bottled water?
Right, buying all the water.
Right.
Yeah.
So she said early Monday that the city had met the first requirement, which was obtaining the approval for its water sample testing plan. All right. Workers will begin collecting samples this morning, do 2 complete sets, send the lab for processing. Okay. They got to be observed at the state lab for 18 hours. Water issues were undoubtedly a welcome trade-off for some of Houston Independent School District's 194,000 students. District canceled classes Monday, giving them another day off following a week-long Thanksgiving break. Oh, this actually belongs in the next segment. I don't know why it's here. I moved it the wrong.
Yeah, that's Ruffalo.
So that's part of the fracking. It
probably means it didn't move to the other one.
That's in the fracking thing. Yeah, I have the wrong thing. Okay, anyway. But to follow up, our friend Erin Brockovich also wrote an article this week about it with Suzanne at the Brockovich Report. Great Substack. We have it recommended on our Substack, the BrockovichReport.com. She was trying to get people to subscribe for Giving Tuesday. She does great work about water. So let's unpack the boil water notice that occurred earlier this week and what happened, and let's look at it from her perspective. Now, she uses Unsplash, which is stock photos, and credits the photographer. I love that. But we know that this guy said that Sylvester Turner said they issued the notice in an abundance of caution after 2 transformers, a main one and a backup, uniquely and coincidentally failed at a water plant, according to a story in Dallas Morning News. Problem affected the plant's ability to treat and pump the water in the transmission system, resulting in low pressure. We know this. By Tuesday, testing confirmed that tap water once again met all regulatory standards. Notice was lifted, but not so fast. The order prompted officials to close public schools and inconvenience many residents and business owners alike. Sure it did. All right. Bigger story here is about the frequency of boil notices, advisories, and do not drink orders as they are becoming more common in cities and towns throughout the nation. They're indicative of larger drinking water problems at play and show the gaps and failures in our infrastructure. Well, if anybody's been talking about that for the last couple of years, the last umpteen years, it's been this woman. And thank goodness for that. Texas being one of the worst offenders. So when they had their freeze in February 21, more than 14 million people were under boil water notices thanks to the extreme cold. An estimated 1,550 were issued in Texas in 2015, up from about 1,100 in 2012 and 650 in 2008. So they keep issuing more and more and more. In fact, from 2011 to 16, boil water notices in Texas increased by 73%, according to a 2018 paper published in Texas Water Journal. Total of almost 6,000 notices recorded during that period. That's a lot of boil water notices, man. I haven't gotten 6,000 boil water notices in my town. I haven't gotten one that I can think of. Population growth throughout the state has created higher demand for water on a system that's already taxed. Much of that responsibility for future planning falls on Texas Water Development Board, which works on the state water plan. And this really gets a little bit granular, but you need to know this stuff in order to be able to figure out why isn't it working the way it is. State water plans on a 5-year planning guide for state water policy designed to anticipate and plan for the water needs of Texas based on conditions that are similar to the most recent drought of record. The SWP seeks to plan for the state's water needs 50 years in the future, which is much smarter. Right? TWDB estimates that implementing the water projects recommended by the regional planning groups in the 2022 SWP will require $80 billion in capital costs over the next 50 years. Wow. We just sent $100 billion across to some Nazis. We could have certainly done something with that. And the agency expects $47 billion of that to come from state financial assistance programs. So federal wouldn't even have to subsidize $80 billion or whatever. They would only kick in a portion of that. This is just to fix Texas, I get. But that's a big fix. Biden's infrastructure plan set aside about $35 billion for Texas projects, but it's unclear how the money will be spent or what projects it'll fund. Of course, because they want to be able to launder it and filter it wherever they want. White House estimates that about $2.9 billion should be allotted specifically for drinking water infrastructure. Yes, that's what they estimate, and there'll be all kinds of hurdles and loopholes and things to jump through, and I'm sure there'll be people that will be friendly donors to what, to whoever donated to them to make this happen. You can guarantee is going to be the beneficiary. That's how it works. Study authors, all right, I'm not going to say their names, said in a 2018 paper that the rise in boil water notices is most likely attributed to drought because drought and soil moisture loss can damage water infrastructure. Okay, well, that makes sense. Severe droughts pose a threat to drinking water quality because the resulting loss of moisture in the soil often causes water pipelines and ground to break or leak, which then compromises pressure in the system, triggering a boil water advisory. Sure. High population regions like Houston, Dallas metroplexes experience higher than average boil water notices during the study period. These regions account for more than 42% of the Texas population. Yeah. So thanks to aging infrastructure, rising population, extreme weather events, and climate change, it seems like boil water notices are on tracks to be much a part of Texas life as barbecue and big hair. But Texas isn't the only offender when it comes to these notices. Okay, from the calls and emails that Erin receives, she can easily estimate that there are 1,500 boil water advisories happening each month in the United States, but no one is tracking them at the national level. The EPA is not tracking boil water advisories, people. Are you kidding me? Suddenly, losing access to clean water or wondering whether the water is safe to drink is both a huge inconvenience and a health hazard. No one wants to receive this kind of wake-up call. Well, we just did. Public utilities issue boil water orders as a preventative public health advisory, usually when heightened levels of bacteria are detected in the water. Boiling water helps kill both harmful bacteria and parasites. Residents are usually advised to bring water to a full rolling boil for at least 1 minute to kill any unwanted organisms. Many people opt to drink it.
Pasteurization.
Right. And many opt to drink and cook with bottled water during an advisory. Either way, telling residents to boil water before they drink it helps make it safe for consumption, but certainly causes a lot of headaches for consumers and city officials alike. Plus, there's the issue of public trust.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That no one has.
They also are telling you not to bathe in it. Not to bathe in it all day long. That's unconscionable. All right. A communication crisis, of course. So Mulkey and her study co-authors suggested in their paper that increasing strategic crisis communications about boil water notices and other water issues is needed from public water systems. How about fixing the fucking systems? The authors explain that
I do get that, like, I do get, like, we get boil water notices here when we have, like, a hurricane, you know, like, which is normal.
That's what they get, too.
But, like, right. I mean, this is also, like, due to failing power systems, and this is infrastructure across the board that's failing on this one.
Right. You got to fix the problems. The authors explain that a communications plan needs to show clarity, commitment, transparency, honesty, compassion, and engagement to help foster trust between the public and the city. Yes. Quote, if utilities are not communicating in a timely fashion about when customers need to boil their water, that can cause a rift in the trust that the customers have in the utility and question the overall quality of the water being provided by the utility. Again, Valerie in the chat, I got a shout out. She says, does anybody actually drink their water right now anyway that comes out of the top? I would say the answer is no, but I do brush my teeth with it, number one. I don't do that with bottled water. I also shower with it. I also do drink like stuff like my coffee I make out of the filtered water from the refrigerator, which comes from the line. So I do use some tap water, and Jersey Tap is actually pretty decent, believe it or not, because it comes from upstate New York. But
yeah, I mean, the worst part of that is the fluoride that they're putting in stuff.
I've had that my whole life, though.
You know, yeah, I know.
Right? And she's actually written about the fluoride and why do we need to mass fluoride people, and you know, it's like same thing with, you know, universal requirements for vaccination. It's fluoridation. People require different ones, but Texas can learn from past. Go ahead.
The issue with that is that, you know, it's a medical procedure you're forcing on everyone, essentially.
Well, fluoridation is too. Yes.
Yeah.
You're drugging the water. So, exactly. You know, so anyway, Texas can learn from past mistakes. That can affect
multiple people in multiple ways, which it does. You know, but we're going to get into that pineal gland soon, you know?
Yeah.
With that. But anyway.
Ineffective communication strategies, such as those experienced during the Corpus Christi water crisis in 2015-16, create a broken foundation of trust. Corpus Christi city officials were slow to communicate to the public about a chemical leak in the water lines that sparked a series of boil water notices. Most residents didn't find out the cause and severity until watching the nightly news or through word of mouth. This miscommunication misstep weakened public trust in the Corpus Christi water system. And communicating in a simple language can build public trust. Very simple. Water infrastructure is so technical, and we use all this jargon as water professionals that doesn't necessarily need to translate to everyday people. We know this. So as this guy wrote in a 2019 article, no utility wants to issue a notice, but if it does happen, it's important to get it right, even if utilities had a long, unblemished record delivering high-quality water. One mishandled contamination event will leave a bad taste in your customer's mouth, so to speak.
Yep.
Terrible phrase to use. Like a field goal kicker in football, and as unfair as it may be, one big miss can overshadow years of trustworthy performance. Well, I would say this is a little bit more important than a kicker missing the winning field goal, but...
Well, this is also, and I'm surprised Brockovich didn't talk about it, we're in Tejas, right? What part?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Houston, Southern.
Right, so we're talking about
Hurricane
the oil
Alley?
fields?
Hurricane Alley, oil, sure.
That's what I'm thinking of. That's what the stuff they're talking about is getting back into the water. Do they frack in Texas?
I believe they do. I think you got
drilling.
And
okay. Which that could make things even worse.
Good.
So,
yeah, water, folks. Water. Yeah, water. All right. Pretty crazy. Anyway, so Rick. Yeah, Valerie, thanks for the warning. Yes, we do need to do more research. Brushing your teeth is enough sometimes. But yeah,
she was talking about.
Oh, Rick.
She was wanting to switch to filtered rainwater, and rainwater might even be worse than filtered tap water in particular areas. Yeah, because
yes, Moria, welcome.
This is where having a mother who is adept in water ecology, you know, helps you. It's like both rainwater and groundwater is highly affected by what we put in the air and ground. So, you're around a city, the rainwater itself could be toxic, so, or you're around a city. So then you might as well filter the tap water that the city, because the city's already filtering it. They're already treating it at the water treatment. So, the issue is again, if they do fluoride the water, and that's a problem for you. But there's ways around it. Well water is probably safer in some cases, but that depends on where you're at there. So, you definitely need to know where water is coming from generally. Florida's a little different because we're a giant sponge anyway, so unless you're right on the coast, doing wells is not bad. But you then have to treat that water yourself with, those big, I remember back in South Florida, we had those big things with the salt,
Yep, those big salt
put rock
things.
salt in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yep. We actually had a water purification system that came in, a water softener. Because we have very hard water in my area. It rusts out stuff.
Chlorine's usually fine. They're putting chlorine in. Yeah, you probably can smell it in the summer because that but the parts per billion they're probably using is still extremely low.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably all sorts of other stuff in there that is at the same parts per million. It's just gotta deal with bacteria somehow. You know what they do in I want to say the Netherlands? They do this in a few places. There's a few videos of it on YouTube if you want to go look. They use mollusks, little clams, right? And they have sensors on the clams, and they feed they put water through because they're filter feeders anyway, right? So, but they have a few of them with a little sensor, so if they close, they'll it sends an alarm, right? So if they're freaked out or whatever by the water, right? It identifies, sets off an alarm. You can go look, see if the water's fucked. Usually they know before we do. So
you need to know if the water's fucked.
Also, oyster farming is a big deal if you're wanting to clean water supplies.
Well, oysters do cleanse the water.
Filter feeders do a pretty fantastic job. Yep.
They certainly do. They certainly do.
So, they're delicious. Bread them, fry them.
I'm not a fan. Clams I am a fan of, but oysters I'm not personally.
There's the French are a big fan of them. They do a thing with I've always wanted to try it. It's raw oysters usually come with accoutrements. Even here in the South, when we're doing them down here, it's hot sauce and a cracker, right? But there they'll do a thing called granitas. They're an Italian thing, I think, technically, but you freeze grapefruit juice or watermelon, and then you come by and you take your fork, right? And you fork all that stuff up and then put it back in the freezer and fork more, and you get this slushy, snowy ice stuff, and then you put that on the oyster. So
Rick says yes, we frack in Texas, by the way.
Yeah.
They got the double header. They got the
That's
double
the
header.
problem.
The fracking and
people want to do it raw, which is okay. But you pop them on the grill for a little bit.
All right.
Just steam them up.
All right.
Tiny bit.
I think we're done with oyster talk. All right.
No.
For now, because we're gonna get to a good water story now. This is a good water story.
Okay.
All right. Good water story. Yay, let's get to it.
One more time.
Yay.
Jersey people say water how?
See, I try, but I fall into it. Water. I say water, but I fall into water. All right, and
water.
I can't help it, but it is water, and that is what it is. All right, so we're going to poison water. All right, water. Now,
water.
There you go, Reef. You could center yourself a little better, bro. Honestly, you're down in the corner. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
That better?
Lower. Down.
Lower.
Down. Yeah, there you go. Now you're more centered. Hey, what's up, Erin? Hey, now you see Reef. Okay.
Yep.
Poisoned water. Well, we actually know about this town that had poisoned water. Because many of us saw the movie Gasland back in 2010. Right?
Yep.
2009.
I think I meant to watch it.
Well,
I remember seeing the interview with Jon Stewart.
Well, I watched it and it was fucking horrifying. And Mark Ruffalo narrated it and Josh Fox shot it. They may have been, well, they were on our team totally then, but now obviously we are where we are. But and hopefully we end up back on the team.
Mark Ruffalo
again,
with his own piss? Is he doing?
No, I'm going to show you
acting?
I'm going to show you what that is in a moment. Because they actually have a much larger blown up shot of that. But Cabot Oil and Gas reached a plea deal with the Pennsylvania Attorney General after being charged with contaminating the drinking water in Dimock. Will have to pay $16.2 million to rebuild water infrastructure for residents and pay for their water bills for 75 years. Finally, something. But meanwhile, they had to make a movie about this guy, about this town, right? So again, this is coming out of Mike Ludwig from Truthout. And I will also give a shout out to Brett Wilkins from Common Dreams, also wrote a very similar article to this. And he also made the reference to Gasland movie, which was not referenced here, but I thought that Mike pretty much covered the rest of it. So I put Mike's stuff in, and I really like Mike. Truthout, Indie Media Award winner. Check them out. They redesigned their website. Looks good. So this is what that is. This is what came out of these guys' tap. Out of these guys' tap. Like out of their, gross. Craig Stevens of Silver Lake Township, Pennsylvania, and Ray Kemble on the right of Dimock show water samples collected from Dimock during a rally on fracking-related water investigations, October 10, 2014, outside the EPA's headquarters. They brought the water there and asked them to drink it. They're like, here.
Yeah. Do you think Obama took a shot of it?
Not that.
Little sippy poo.
No, not that time.
Damn.
But holy crap! So, fossil fuel company was convicted of criminal charges in Pennsylvania on Wednesday, more than a decade after an early fracking operation poisoned drinking water for residents of the small town of Dimock, sparked one of the first major controversies to arise from the oil and gas boom. After years of legal wrangling, the company formerly known as Cabot Oil and Gas agreed to plead no contest, 15 criminal violations of state environmental laws, and pay nearly $16 million, $16.3 million, for the construction of a new public water supply for Dimock. That sounds fair enough. Activists say some Dimock residents went years without access to clean tap water, and Coterra Energy, who's the company that bought Cabot, will pay their water bills for 75 years under a plea deal with Josh Shapiro. That's Pennsylvania AG. I think either he just won. Didn't he just win the governorship? I believe. I could be wrong.
He related to that other Shapiro?
No, thank God, no. It remains unclear whether Coterra will be permitted to frack the area in the future, but production was halted years ago as the scandal unfolded. Located in rural northeastern Pennsylvania, Dimock became ground zero for the debate over fracking when a resident's water well exploded after filling with methane. Residents had already suffered from strange rashes and headaches for several months, and at least one family was evacuated from their home, according to the environmental group Food and Water Watch. And that's who we posted the tweet from. Residents would later learn that
water.
Do you want to read this one, please? Make me really not sound super Jersey. Residents would later learn that a fracking rig run by a Cabot subsidiary had ruptured a methane pocket, but kept drilling despite a leak.
That's fucking lead into it. You know what I'm saying? Residents would later learn that a fracking rig run by a Cabot subsidiary had ruptured a methane pocket, but kept drilling despite a leak. Julia.
I gotta install the ceiling fan, go full throttle.
Julia, some justice, said Ray Kimball.
Dimock resident, oh God, no, don't do that.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, a Dimock resident whose water was contaminated in a statement. This is serious, man. We shouldn't do this. This case proves once and for all that the drilling and fracking contaminated our water. I mean, it did. That's why I made this big, because And we should stop here because this is an actual resident there saying, finally some justice. This case proves once and for all the drilling and fracking contaminated our drinking water. There's tons of places that tell you that that's not true. And that, it's fine. No, this absolutely proves it.
Fine.
Yeah, sure. Rick wants you to keep making fun of me for it. Yeah. Sure. He's from Texas, of course. Yeah, I'm going to get you back, bro. All right. So back in 2009, fracking was a relatively new technology, allowing producers to drill or frack horizontally in vast underground shale formations that were rich in oil and gas, but largely inaccessible to conventional drilling. The Obama administration,
for those who don't know, just a real quick, what that actually is: pump water into rock. Hopefully, oil comes out because water, oil don't mix.
Gas, no natural gas. It's natural gas.
Sure. Fracking. Either way, that is a hydrocarbon that will not mix with water.
Mm-hmm. So
it can pull THC out of weed, but I digress.
So the Obama administration, we know all about those guys, embraced fracked natural gas as a bridge fuel that would allow the U.S. to reduce coal consumption and meet climate goals. And the industry was engaged in an intense campaign to win over lawmakers and ensure the public that fracking is quote unquote safe. Thanks, guys.
It's clean.
It's complicated.
Oz would like us to please define what clean water is.
Clean water would be something that doesn't kill you when you drink it or bathe in it.
That sure. Hasn't had anyone's ass wash itself in it.
People across the country remember what happened here in Denmark, and now they will know the rule of law has won the day. And that's the Attorney General. And he's either running for governor, he's going to run for governor, or he just won the governorship. That's exactly what the AGs do. However, the plea government was 14 years in the making. Shapiro, who's a Democrat, who recently battled off a fight for a far-right Republican and was elected Pennsylvania's next governor. Aha, see, I knew it. Brought charges against Dakota Energy in 2020 after a grand jury investigation determined that fracking was to blame for methane and other contaminants in water wells used by residents who initially signed agreements allowing Cabot to frack under their property.
Under their wait.
Yes, they gave them permission because they said it was safe.
Oh, God. You mean like other places where you're not even allowed to do it anywhere near because, water moving through rock.
Wait, what's that word?
Water?
Yeah.
Water?
All right. So Shapiro demurred when he was asked whether Coterra would be permitted to frack near Denmark in the future. What? Saying that he would review any proposals with his environmental secretary after taking over as governor. Governor-elect also called for stricter regulation of fossil fuel production. Quote, if the regulators fail to do that, then industry is not going to be constrained and they're going to go ahead and put profits for people. Unquote. Of course they are. That's what they do. Industry never puts people before profits. Previous investigations by state and federal regulators yielded mixed and highly controversial results. In 2010, the DEP in Pennsylvania fined Cabot for contaminating water in 19 homes and drew up plans for alternate water supply for Denmark. However, in 2012, the DEP allowed Cabot to resume fracking in the area after a pause. Why, I have no idea. But plans to construct a line connecting Denmark to a water treatment facility were dropped by state officials after Cabot agreed to a $4.1 million settlement with 19 families living with contaminated water. That seems awfully low for 19 families, personally.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, for possibility of
and this is why. Because for years, residents relied on bottled water and deliveries of fresh water because they understood that their well water was contaminated. At one point, Cabot was ordered to deliver water to impacted residents, even as the company continued to claim no responsibility for the pollution. On October 19, 2011, the DEP told Cabot that the company was no longer required to deliver water to affected families as the dispute over the source of contamination continued.
Like they still don't know what it is.
No, they're just
it couldn't
denying.
be the fucking fracking. Okay.
In 2012, federal EPA ran its own tests of drinking water in Denmark, but But officials abruptly closed the investigation and declared the water safe to drink with help from special filters, and despite the presence of contaminants associated with fracking. Yeah. It was later revealed that EPA staff members had warned their superiors that more testing was needed due to the presence of dangerous pollutants. But Obama administration.
Mm-hmm.
During the controversy, jugs of brown tap water from Dimmock became national symbols of the dangers posed by fracking. In 2014, Kimball and other residents delivered samples of contaminated water to the EPA headquarters in Washington, D.C. For years, Cabot, like the rest of the industry, claimed no wrongdoing as it pressed to expand fracking infrastructure in Pennsylvania and across the nation. I seem to recall like Steve Colbert and Jon Stewart getting behind this too. I remember these guys going on the Daily Show.
I definitely remember that was a thing.
And pouring the water in the cup and just be like, holy shit. Right?
Yeah.
Fracking does not contaminate drinking water, the industry claimed. We now know from the thousands of peer-reviewed studies in Pennsylvania and beyond that fracking damages the environment and releases air and water pollution that can seriously harm human health. Now, a lot of
that air
right-wing
pollution directly responsible for, because of our, well, not the pollution, but knowing that the air gets polluted, partially Brockovich, right? With her
that's yes. She's definitely part of this too. All of it. I mean, again,
yeah.
Where's my Misty? I need Misty.
We're fucked.
Yeah, thank you. So,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, thank you, Big AL. Or actually, that's Mr. Slave. Oh
Yes,
God, Jesus
that is
Christ.
Mr. Slave.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
I love it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, here we go.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I like the last one gets the angels in there.
So,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
E.
Like,
Heller.
it's actually Jesus.
.com. To Ed Heller, what's up, dude? Yipper, Wardier, yeah, Warda, Wada, Woodger, Worda. Thank you, Warda.
No, it's Woda.
It's
just,
Woda.
the J is
Yes.
silent.
Everybody's cracking.
WOUJDER.
Jersey
So
people really
I'm
do
getting
act
that
like no,
spelling.
they totally don't, Yipper. No, it's a myth. People at the Jersey Shore act
So
Jersey
there's-
Shore, but there's three
Colin
parts
will
of
know
Jersey.
this guy in chat. Brad from Bon Appetit, which Condé Nast subsidiary.
Mhm.
So I'm not exactly happy about that, especially that Brad stayed and all the other ones left. During that whole debacle, they had a problem with some not hiring the way you should be and not paying African Americans the way they should be, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, real fucked. But anyway, Brad over there, Jersey guy, right? There's a bunch of fermented stuff, but every time they say classically he had a really good editor, and the editor every time he said "woulda" would put up a little he would type it out and put it up on screen somewhere. WOUJDER. Woulda. Woulda. Like we go to get water. I'm sure there's I probably could find a
I kind of feel personally
compilation.
attacked by all that, but
I'll look for that.
it's all good. Oz came over to the Rockfin to say hi. Nice, somebody did. That's nice. Thank you. We love Rockfin. Rockfin's a kick-ass platform. Everybody go over there and check out rockfin.com/IND-left-news, rockfin.com/INN. Sign up there for free. There are no ads. They don't censor. People don't use it enough. It's way better than Rumble. All right, let's get to the next story. All right. Another story I asked people about, hey, did you hear about Peet's Coffee organizing? They're like, wait, Peet's Coffee? Half the people around the country don't even know about Peet's Coffee and they don't drink Peet's Coffee. But the people who do, they really love it. And it is kind of a thing. And so what's happening? Peet's workers are filing to unionize, joining the massive cafe union wave. Oh, wait, my screen. Okay. My screen went dark for a second. Another Truthout article.
You okay? Okay.
Well, my screen went dark for a second. Sorry. It reflected. We're good. Another Truthout article, again, Indie Media Award winner. But this is a double Indie Media Award winner because it's also by Sharon Zhang, who's one of the best writers and labor writers in the country and in the world today. If you're not following her, you should be. Zhang_Sharon. She tweets pretty decently, but she writes amazingly over at Truthout. So, if successful, Peet's would be the first to unionize. These two cafes would be the first to unionize in the 330 chain location, and that's pretty decent size. This one's in Union Square in New York City. Workers at 2 Peet's locations in Davis, California, are filing for union this week, hoping to join growing cafe wave. Right, as first reported by a more perfect union, our friends, or sometimes our friends, most of the time our friends. Workers at Peet's location say they've been organizing for 5 months with Workers United, a subsidiary of SEIU that's been behind Starbucks Workers Union Drive, which has unionized, of course, more than 250 stores over the last year. Workers are confident they'll be successful with union leaders at both stores, saying employee support for union is nearly unanimous. They've asked management to agree to a list of non-interference principles and requested that management not retaliate against workers for unionizing. Fingers crossed. Workers say they were prompted to organize by poor working conditions within the chain. So what happened here? Well, first of all, the workers have the right to organize and should definitely organize if they want to. Okay? But pay starts at minimum wage, they say, which in California is $15 an hour, below the living wage of at least $21.82 for an adult in the state with no children, according to the Massachusetts to MIT's living wage calculator. Workers are also sent home early from their shifts, which cuts their pay and places stress on remaining staff. All right. I really love what I do. I really believe in Peet's values, but every year it gets harder to do this job. It gets busier and busier. Everything gets more and more expensive. Okay. At my last review, I got the highest mark you can get. That raise was 50 cents. With inflation, that's less money than I made last year. It radicalized me. Yeah. I feel you, Alex. So it's just not enough money fundamentally for the jobs we're doing here. They're really demanding physically, mentally, and very technical. And we've talked about what baristas do and all the different combinations and the customer service and exactly what the assembly line kind of stuff they have to do is. It's really hostile customers, increasing popularity of mobile orders, created stressful and sometimes abusive conditions at work. Of course, with company higher-ups taking little action to mitigate problems like harassment from customers. Meanwhile, there's little opportunity for upward movement for workers. And that's one of the things, even in my own job, like, what's a career path? Like, if there's no future for me here, why do I want to be here? Because I'd rather be with someone that has an idea of where they think they might want to put me and give me an idea to say, hey, if you do these kind of things, we can see you going toward this type of role and you'll acquire these skills. And not only would they be valuable here, but they'll probably be valuable elsewhere as well. There's no recourse for harassment by customers. We've had few members of our clientele who've made a lot of employees really uncomfortable and not comfortable coming to work. Jeez. Can you imagine dreading coming to work because a customer every day is just going to come and berate you? What ends up happening is nothing gets done and people continue to be uncomfortable and feel unsafe in the workplace. And then they quit. That's what they want. They want to be managed out. Similar issues have been reported by unionizing Starbucks workers, who also say that low pay, harassment from customers, and seeming indifference from management in solving such problems drove them to unionize. Yep. So, if successful, these workers will form a union in one of the largest coffee chains in the country. They would also join workers at local coffee shops like Darwin's in Boston, Colectivo in Wisconsin, Spot Coffee Buffalo, the last of which inspired the Starbucks movement. So, again, that's a quick one, but I did want to call attention. Well, we did have a pretty big blow this week with the unions with the train guys. We did have also a pretty decent sized deal here with Peet's. And again, well, it's still early. NLRB is going to get involved. We're going to see if this works. And sounds like the store is down. What's the company going to do? Will they close the locations? Will they just pull a Starbucks and just shut it down? I don't know.
Probably.
I sure hope not. Well, there's two of them, first of all. They lose, 20, 30 employees of their best stores. They'd have to figure out how to relocate or whatever. And Rick drinks Zapatista coffee. That's I've never even heard of. All right, and real coffee always better than franchise coffee. Well, I'm a Dunkin' fanatic and addict and junkie, and I'm drinking it right now. Yeah, solidarity with the workers, 100%. Rick and everyone. How many we got watching now? 16 live there.
That kind of stuff is like the McDonald's of coffee.
Dunkin'.
Yes.
Okay.
And Starbucks and whatever, like, you know,
well, all right. So
like,
before we
pretty
get
much fancy Keurigs.
well, before we get to the next story,
part.
and that's our last one already. And it's like I said, we're gonna whip through this tonight. About the trade stuff, because I do follow it closely, and Reese like, dude, you got to say something about it. And you're right, I do have to say something about it. So here's what I'm gonna say: is everybody said no, the union said no, and government said no. Are they gonna walk and they're gonna shut the shit down, or are they not gonna shut the shit down? And that's the big question. And that's gonna happen Friday. The problem is, if they do that, the union's going to pull out on them. I am drinking coffee right now, Valerie. Yes. Eric, welcome. How are you, brother? Good to see you always. If they do shut it down, they're going to lose their benefits. They're going to get fired, and they're going to get destroyed in the press. That's already been set up, and they've set this up for the last 3 months. And this is what I was screaming about. We did a segment about 6 weeks ago, and I've been sharing the hell out of it because Bree Joy Gray and all these people that finally woke up to, hey, there might be a problem with the rail guys. Yeah, hello. We've been talking about this since September. We knew that this was going to happen after the election.
That
yeah, we covered that
weeks ago.
6 months ago. Yeah, so it's so frustrating because again, we knew that they kicked this down the road until after the election, so they could do pretty much exactly this: browbeat everybody into the most important election, elect us, save democracy, and then turn around and kick them in the balls. And it's exactly what they did. They kicked him in the balls today, this week. All right. AOC running around like, oh, this is what the union asked me to do. They asked you to separate the 7 days, not the 15 days that they wanted. The union leadership asked you to separate 7 days, put it into a separate bill, and send that to Congress so they knew it would die. Get the fuck out of here. Shut the fuck up. Sorry. I've been salty all week about this nonsense, as you can tell. Now, there's an organizing call on Tuesday. INN will be dialing in. We will be trying to live stream it. Colin has been amazing checking that out. I love you, brother. Thank you so much for all your help with all this stuff. And we are all over this, and we are trying to reach out and support the rail workers. Solidarity, of course, trying to drum up sentiment and try to get people aware, raise awareness to what's happening, because they're smearing these guys in the corporate press. They're going to blame the rail guys. I mean, for wanting one vacation day. 2 weeks of vacation. Somebody posted a thing that Joe Biden actually campaigned on 12 weeks of vacation for the entire country. If I remember correctly. 12 weeks of paid vacation, which is insane. I mean, come on. He really campaigned on that? Yeah. Even if it was 2 weeks of paid vacation. Where's these guys 2 weeks? What I say, nationalize the rails. Tell Warren Buffett, sorry, brother. You can't do this to these people. You got 100,000 people that you just did this to. And again, the problem is not the money.
They got to take their power back, don't they?
The problem is not the money. The problem is the scheduling. The problem is, and we talked about this, is the blocks, the 4 to 5 days that they're requiring these people to be away from their families. You can't have a family life not seeing your children for 4 days. Anyway, so we're gonna have some fun right now because this has been hell so far and it's been a crazy fucking week. So let's just cut loose. I love these guys. Now, I don't know how many of you guys know INN member Joe, Shut the Fuck Up, Shit Lib 2, and Turncoat Don. Turncoat Don makes some great videos. And so this started out, hey, we know this guy. That's Joe. Apparently Joe is Satan. We're going to find this out now. So what had happened was, let's blow this back up. Sorry. What had happened was, Turncoat Don puts this video out.
These people?
Right? Thank you. So he cuts this segment out of a Jimmy Dore clip that's actually featuring him, which is kind of cool. So hang on, let me go back to the 2-shot.
Yep.
And I'll cue this up. And we'll put this up. What? Wait, where's Turncoat? What happened? Okay, you know what? Before we do the Turncoat stuff.
Stop. Press back. Press back.
No, you know what?
No.
I have a reason. I
Go
want
back
to do
to the
Turncoat
first
last.
notifications.
Yes.
Then go back. Hit the back button.
Yeah?
Okay, hit it again. See
Yeah?
if one of those is the Turncoat video.
No, it's over here. I know where it is, but no,
Oh.
Sorry. I realize that I
Gotcha.
actually want to do the Joe stuff first. Okay? And the
close
first
your
one
messages.
was the zombie thing. Yeah, here, this one. That's the one I wanted to do first, was this. So Joe has made a couple new videos that I don't know if everybody's seen. I know that most people have seen one of them, and I thought it was really funny, and I wanted to show it on the show. So before we do any of this, because that will also kind of lead into the other thing, and we could get DMCA'd after the other one. So I want to show the Joe videos first before, and we could get copyrighted for all this stuff. And if so, I'll cut out the segment and we'll do what we have to do. But I want everyone to see it because it was fun. So let's go back to Joe, and we're going to go BIP, and we're going to go to Indie Main. Wow, that's big. Okay, that's his logo, not mine. And we're going to hit play.
Oh, America. I wish I could tell you that this was still America.
This is called
I've come
Zombie
to realize
Apocalypse.
that you can't have a country without people. And there are no people
Zombieland.
here.
Zombieland.
Nope.
Oh, my friends. This is now the United States of Zombieland. It's amazing how quickly things can go from bad to total shitstorm. And why am I alive when everyone around me has turned to meat? It's because of my list of rules. Rule number 1 for surviving Zombieland: cardio.
Cardio.
When the virus struck, for obvious reasons, the first ones to go were the
That
fattest.
actually really does look like
Yes, Crab.
Poor fat
Joe did
bastard.
this.
But as the infection spread and the chaos grew, it wasn't enough to just be fast on your feet. You had to get a gun and learn how to use it. Which leads me to my second rule, the double tap.
Yeah, we're totally going to get hit.
You're not sure the undead are really dead?
I think we've
Don't get all stingy with
edited
your
enough
bullets.
on top of this.
I mean, one more clean shot to the head. And this lady could have avoided
put in
becoming a
reaction
human Happy
and,
Meal.
we'll
It
be
wasn't long
fine.
before the zombies began to get clever.
didn't
When you're
even
at your most vulnerable,
mention it in this.
somehow they could just smell it.
Can a guy
George
take a cover
W.
in peace?
Don't let them catch you with your pants down. Rule number 3, beware of bathrooms. As zombies began to outnumber humans, well, that's when you had to cut all emotional ties. The girls in your neighborhood are now fucked up little monsters.
Greta.
Well, maybe it's time to stop driving carpool. You had to focus on your own survival, which leads to rule number 4. Pretty basic.
Seatbelts. That looks like Hillary really good.
It's Space
Fasten your
Mash.
seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy
Yep.
ride.
So good. So good. All right, so that was the first one. All right, now let me switch back, and the next one I think everybody's pretty much seen. It's already over 33,000 views on Twitter. I have not gotten it up yet on.
Do you have the clip of Turncoat with Jimmy reading the
Yes, that I have that
tweet,
first.
Okay.
I have that first with the tweets,
Gotcha.
and I'm going to tell the story so that we can. It explains why why he made the video. So, but before we do that, I bring you Joe's latest.
Breaking. After some talk that progressive Democrats would torpedo Biden's rail deal, the Congressional Progressive Caucus just issued a statement signaling that members will go along with the Pelosi plan to enforce Biden's deal. Plus, vote separately on Bernie's request, and this is really Bernie's work here, Bernie's request to add 7 sick days.
The moment came and they did nothing. They just revealed themselves. This is a clarifying moment. They all revealed themselves. They'll never fucking fight when the moment comes. They're not doing it. They're not doing it.
Part of the problem, and what enrages me beyond words at this point, is that the Congressional Progressive Caucus went along with this maneuver. Most people can't see through this garbage. I gotta be honest, I'm real sick. This has happened multiple times at this point. I'm real sick of AOC in particular.
Go show her the video of AOC saying we got to cause a ruckus. We got to be willing. We can do this. All it takes is courage. And then show AOC saying we have to uphold the rule of law. She went from MLK to Nixon in 30 days. And you're not going to call that out?
Another tweet that I want to draw attention to. AOC, for instance, again, yesterday tweeted,
"Railroad workers grind themselves to the bone for this country as their labor produces billions for Wall Street. They demand the basic dignity of paid sick days. I stand with them. If Congress intervenes, it should be to have workers' backs and secure their demands in legislation."
I agree, AOC. I totally agree with you on that.
The squad agrees with us, our policy positions, but when they won't do anything to implement them, it doesn't fucking matter.
Except you didn't. You voted for the legislation you spoke out against on Twitter yesterday. See, I hope people understand that tweets don't necessarily translate into actions.
Damn, that's violent, Anna.
It could.
It could,
yeah. I mean,
like one day on Twitter, she'll say, "I'm looking out for labor. This is it's unreasonable. We can't vote to prevent them from striking. They deserve the sick days off."
You vote no. That forces them back to the negotiating table. But this time,
she agrees to vote yes on the legislation that basically intervenes preventing them from striking.
That's not tone, that's violence.
The next day,
they had a compromise.
Exactly. There's always an excuse. It's always like high-minded, three-dimensional chess, except you got played. Do you not see that?
Because they know we're all watching and we're going to hold their feet to the fire now. So hold their feet to the fire. Quit making fucking excuses.
Listen, guys, I tell you that the Republican Party is trash every day. I don't know what more I can do. If you don't believe me, if you don't believe I'm being sincere there, okay, that's on you. But the Republican Party tells us who they are. They tell us what they plan to do. They give us endless warnings about what they're going to do. But the Democrats, they lie to us.
I don't criticize Democrats because I favor Republicans. I criticize Democrats because they favor Republicans.
And when push comes to shove, all they give us is kente cloths and poems. I'm not interested.
I'm not making this up. This is the existential crisis we're living in.
This party is an absolute failure. They failed the American people. And I'm done with the performative politics. I'm done with like the incredibly shallow culture war narratives. I want fighters.
Right, this is a failed experiment. This is a failed experiment. If you don't recognize that the progressive movement is unbelievably fucking decimated and that they won't even fight a little.
And they love it. So enjoy that. The hoes be knowing.
Maybe beats Anna by at least 2 years.
Fuckface.
I love the other fuckface. Somebody actually commented on the YouTube on the Twitter thing. Just they tweeted at Joe, fuckface. So good. Joe, I just love that man. He's so good. He's so great at what he does. And I had a little surprise made. We do kind of don't have an intro for Indie News Network that kind of showcases who everybody in the network is that we could put as our Rumble trailer. And actually, if you had gone to Rumble tonight and you had looked prior to the stream, you would have seen this trailer.
Which, by the way, if you're ever in the chat or looking at our videos, especially on INN, if you want to use that clip feature, we always leave open for people, and send us those clips that you think are good, you know, like that minute 30 range, minute
30 seconds,
stuff, or
reels,
shorter.
reels type of things. Yeah, stuff we can share. But check this out. Check this out. It's a minute, and then we'll get to Don, and we're gonna all laugh.
Indie News Network, collaborative family of independent content creators. Co-hosted normally by me, Indy. I'm founder and editor of Indie Left News and Indie Media Today. I got Reef Breland sitting next to me. We're all founding members, like I said, of
INN, the Indie News Network. My name is Jesse Jett.
It's American tradition.
What's up, Space Monkeys? Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm Robert Durden.
Go to malentsplain.com.
Welcome to another episode of the show your parents warned you about. It's Reef After Dark.
Guys, it's Tommy Nate with Tommy Nation Politics.
I mean, I mostly make art for INN.
Big Man Crab Joe. Keep up those great videos.
I'm Tatami of the YouTube channel Tatami's Diary.
Is Andrew Rivera on The Handsome Cynic?
Stay high, everybody.
Hey guys, it's Yeti coming at you.
It's Politics and Survival. Hello, my name is Lucy from Good Moon Red Wine.
This is Chris Legion, and peace out.
Lesbos says Colin too fancy.
No, don't do that to me. Oh.
Keep fighting that good fight.
I love Colin. Flip it out.
I'm in the tuxedo.
Hey.
Who are these people?
Oh yeah, that's got to be in there too. All right.
Indie News Network.
Hang on,
collaborative family.
why is that repeating again? All right. So thank you, Joe. Of course, I love that man. He's so good. And so now I can get to the Don story. Turncoat Don is hilarious, and we've known Don for quite a while and been in some chats with him and seen some of his amazing work on the Jimmy Dore show. You can follow him at Turncoat D on Twitter, on the Twitters. Hopefully he'll be watching this. If not, I'm going to definitely send him this clip and he'll crack up and he'll love it. He's been affiliated and around and friends of INN, sometimes affiliated with INN, and we would love him to be more part of INN if he wants to be. Anytime he's welcome. But so Jimmy Dore did a segment about, I don't know, a week ago on November 27th, or he published this tweet from the day before show. And he's saying, you know, he does this thing about Don. And so here's the video, and Don clips it, and it's about 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes long, just long enough for Twitter. You know, Twitter limits you to 2 minutes and 20 seconds on a video. Not everybody knows that. All right, so this is the clip.
He did a video, and he calls it The Recipe for the Collapse of an Empire. And this is actually very, very powerful. So I'm going to play it, and I'm going to try not to stop it. Turncoat John, I like he says, class war, not culture war. Universality. Medicare for all, UBI. If there were no poor people, there'd be no poor people of color. No to censorship. Yes to free speech.
Who's he followed by?
Yes, millions live on
Joe.
the street in our country because
Who also
the corporations
follows
control our
everything.
government. But let's fight fascism. Hey, if you're worried about the homeless out in the cold winter this winter, nuclear war is the best portable generator. Remember that?
Fuck you,
And this
Jimmy.
guy is
Come
a
on.
Putin puppet, Kremlin stooge, and a white supremacist. That's what you get, Don.
That's what you get, Don.
That's what you get.
Fucking Don. God.
Well, so here's what happens. Charlie,
Hey, I know those
INN,
people.
and Joe
Look at
becomes
that.
Satan.
Satan
And I'm
himself.
just, well,
So I, you know, when you see a video like that, the first thing that pops in my mind is I wonder when the American people are going to rise up against their corporate controlled, corrupt, 100% corrupted government that is their
Tomorrow,
enemy.
hopefully,
Your
Jim
government
Jam.
is your enemy, not Russia. Your government is your enemy, not Syria. The United States government is your enemy, not half of its residents. The United States government is your enemy, not Venezuela, not Brazil, not Yemen, not Afghanistan, not Iran, not Iraq. Your enemy is the United States government that is crushing the worker every day while pillaging your U.S. Treasury, giving it to the military-industrial complex, Wall Street, Big Pharma, and sending it to the most corrupt country in Ukraine.
Oh, devastating. Right? So, again, I love this man. So that generates a storm of tweets and replies, and Kit is volunteering to be the lead singer for the Putin puppets. And of course I jumped in and I said, well, I'm seeing that INN was featured in the group. I'm proud to lead a group of Putin puppets. And I thought you might get a kick out of that. I said, well, wait a minute. And so now that was like that night. The next morning, I woke up in the morning. I'm like, wait a minute. So Joe is part of INN. So that means that Satan is an editor for the Putin puppets at INN. Well, yeah, well, Don kind of ran with that a little bit, and he decided.
I play drums for Satan and the Putin puppets. Like, you got to understand.
Well, and
the
Orf,
band
by the way,
happen without me.
By the way, Orf complimented Reef on his drum twirling skills last week. I did hear from Orf after we did his segment, and so okay, here we go. Let's pray that YouTube doesn't shut us down. Yes, we know it's Van Halen, but here we go. We're gonna have some fun.
Let's see, I don't know. Let me think. Let me knock on Mr. Noggin. Who could trick us into doing that?
They're a cover band of Van Halen.
It's Willie Hoolan.
Willie Hoolan. Running with the devil.
Now, watch the URLs on the banner. Watch the banner.
Running with the devil, Ricky Bobby.
I'm going to have to cut this from the podcast. This might be my favorite video ever, and Jimmy made an amazing trailer. So killed me. Dude killed me with this. Yes, this is Crab on lead singer actually. Running with the devil. And Jesse Jett is playing guitar. So good. Oh my god. That flipped me out. I'm like, But it's not over yet. I love that he grabbed all these different Satan heads from South Park. I'm such a South Park fan. Like, this is such an homage and just perfect in so many ways. Satan News Network. And he's flipping us back here. Oh, thank you. And hopefully we're talking over it enough that we're not going to get pulled, but
yeah.
We're on Rockfin, we're on Rumble, we're everywhere.
Running with the devil.
It's done out of love.
Oh, Don, thank you. You broke me. I love you. That was so good. I appreciate that, and I'm honored that you would feature INN and Satan News Network. So everybody go follow Satan News Network. No, don't follow IndieNews.Network, IndieNews.Network. And holy crap, that was just amazing. I love that guy. Those guys are so funny. They are making this a lot more fun to do. And we live in a news hellscape, and just having a little bit of fun occasionally. We need to do that and cut loose, and we probably need to do that more often than we do. But there's a lot of stuff to cover, and yeah, I didn't know anything about the water stuff. I didn't know anything about the Peet's coffee stuff.
Water.
And then we're going to talk about the rail stuff really next week, because if they go on strike, it's going to be the biggest story of the week. The other thing we could talk about a little bit is the Taibbi and the Twitter stuff. That also is still developing. And I think we're going to have a lot more clearer picture as to what's happening. I did want to call attention to the poll that's happening on Twitter. I think it may have closed at this point. If not, Elon Musk was running a 24-hour poll on should Julian Assange and Edward Snowden be pardoned. The answer is they should actually have the charges dropped against them both. So they shouldn't be pardoned.
They should be free.
They should both be free.
Yes.
But there were over 3 million votes, and there was an 80% for positive ratio coming towards pardoning them or setting them free. 80% of the Twitter audience that voted said yes, set them free. And there's been a tremendous awakening and awareness this week about the Assange case, and I'm so proud of Misty and Kathy and everybody,
Eliza Blue,
everybody that has been speaking out on behalf of Julian.
He stepped up big time
for all these years, not just this week.
Elon,
Gordon Dimmock.
Rogan.
I mean,
Yeah,
Jimmy Dore. I mean, everybody for keeping this alive and keeping this going. Ed Heller, over 3.3 million votes, 80% saying set these people free and let them come home, and let them live their lives. And
that's insane.
I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like it. It's got to do something to sway public sentiment. And again, even Cynthia McKinney, who's former representative from Alaska, or even senator, but she's great. Why pardon them when they did nothing? They exposed wrong that was being done by our government.
Yeah,
100%.
Yep.
I did want to call attention to that in the Twitter leaks. Also, of course, obviously the Hunter Biden stuff. And Twitter,
I say what we do. What we do is we make a time machine. Okay, like that's what we force the government to make a time machine, so that we can go back and make sure that they don't end up in prison. That's what we should do. That's my demand, DOJ. You know,
right. There's also the 44,000 human trafficking accounts that have been shut down on Twitter. I think they were even related to child trafficking. That Eliza Blue has been so incredible and diligent and taking a lead in talking to Elon Musk and the people at Twitter in order to get these taken down and expose these rings. Wow. So now she says she's moving on to the UN. So that to take on their massive problem of child trafficking. That she says is
more than just child trafficking. I mean, we've also had
human trafficking.
Taz
Ukraine.
Brooker on
Tara.
on
Politics
Tara's,
and Survival. Mm-hmm.
And she did what's that documentary called?
Oh goodness, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head now. I can't.
Right, it's like when we speak.
Yes, when we speak. That's right.
So that talked about in Haiti, the UN were sexually assaulting, like, the women of Haiti during the earthquake, like, bad.
Yeah.
And like one of the people in there was one of the whistleblowers for that. That's insane.
And the Clinton Foundation was heavily involved in that Haiti stuff.
Yeah. Yes, they were.
Yep.
And another island that they were heavily involved with, going
Jeffy.
on a plane to an island multiple times, and then we get into like, there's so
I agree, Greg Crabb, that a billionaire does not need to end the downfall of capitalism. That's hilarious. He is not Iron Man, though he thinks he is and he wants to be. I'll take what he's doing. I think that he picked the absolute best person to drop the Twitter files on. Someone who has integrity.
Maybe we should rethink that pizza thing. Maybe it was like a different pizza place. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this fucking shit is ridiculous.
So we'll have I'm guessing that next week will be the trains and more on the Taibbi stuff. That's pretty much setting the agenda. I'm guessing that you're going to hear a lot of this week. And remember, also, huge media distractions. What does that mean? What are they trying to hide? What are they trying to cover? What else happened this week? oh yeah, there was these things, but Hakeem Jeffries was quietly voted by all the squad members as to be the minority leader for the Democrats. Now, he's part of the CPC, so therefore, as a progressive, quote unquote, they needed to vote for him. It was not really going to be close, but he still needed their vote. And they got what for it? Nobody even asked them. Nobody even challenged them because we just know they're just Dems now. So, I wanted to call notion to that because I want make mention because anybody who expects these people are ever going to do anything, even Anna Kasparian figured it out. Like, come on, if even Anna's there, we're good. Right, and Crab's right. It really is all. Go ahead.
She's allowed to figure it out. Oh, dun dun dun.
Oh yeah, she's allowed to get it right. Like somebody else we know, Mr. Ryan Grimm. Yeah, he's only allowed to get things right when he's allowed to. I'm sorry. So yes, Big Mad Crab. It's all a charade. It is PR, but Taibbi got involved because it really is groundbreaking leak. Yes, and he doesn't need the money. He doesn't answer to anybody, and he will get down to the truth. And he knows that Republicans and Democrats are both corrupt, and is perfectly happy to uncover all kinds of corruption on both sides. So to me, he's the perfect guy
to do so.
And he came out and said,
I want to point that out.
If you think that I'm being paid, you're stupid, because he knows that he's already going to pick up so much revenue between book deals and Substack subscriptions and everything else that he's not going to have to worry. I also did, speaking of Substack, we went paid this week. We turned on paid Substack and opened up a Stripe account after 2 years, a year and a half being on the platform. If anybody wants to sign up, we really appreciate it. It's $100 a year or $10 a month. You can support the channel. Really appreciate it. If not, totally understand. Only for people who can afford it and really believe in what we're doing and want to support it. We appreciate everything you do. Certainly take some money to run this. Reef's looking for a stream deck. I told him when we get another $100 either donated or after the next $100, he gets a stream deck. So that's the next thing we're doing. We got to get him another one because he's running too many shows. And Democrats are zombies.
Yeah.
Actually, Eric, that's kind of appropriate, right? Zombieland. So I think it's time for some votes. I know you curated some stuff, so let me shut off the widget so that doesn't show up over there. And
I watch mindless shit, boats that smash into other boats.
There's boats, everybody. We made it through the terrible week.
Holy crap.
We get to watch mindless shit now. But
like boats
you were talking about those rail workers. It's not about sick days. It's about keeping those peasants in line. You know?
Is that from Ants?
Like,
well, what if
no,
we
it's
all
from
rise
A Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life.
You should definitely show your kids A Bug's Life.
Oh yeah, definitely a commie movie.
Yes, secretly.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie. A little scary.
Yes,
a little bit.
My kids are
but
my kids are like timid, like fraidy cats. It's rough.
Like this might be a good one for them then. It's like it's scary, but the scary gets dealt with in a fantastic way. But anyway, so you were talking about water.
Mm-hmm.
We had to watch the Brad Leone water comp.
Let me turn off restream.
Oh, let me get a splash of water.
Where's your screen?
Water.
WOUR. That would what?
Wait, I don't have you turned on, do I? Oh, I don't have you turned on. Wait, no.
What do you mean?
Where's your little? Oh, your camera's not turned on. In the corner.
Oh,
there you are.
God, that makes more sense.
Thank you.
So here.
Oh, let me get a splash of water. Water. You could probably use water. Loose and watery. I don't know why, but we have like hot water problems in this building. And from the water, cold water.
Look at
Let's put
WOUR.
water in there. I don't want to go boil water. Warm water, Vin. The water is taking some water, some apple out of our water. boil some water.
Oh.
Polyphenol water. Boil in the water goes one water out of the. So I got about 4.5 cups of water. I'm gonna of the bean.
Like every time.
I'm gonna need 4 cups. So
WOURDER.
Next move.
I feel attacked.
Got a little water out of the water here. There's water in it. Around in that water. We're gonna boil in water. Get a glass of water. I'll pull the water in. Salt water. They actually. How cold is the water? 4 cups of water. Cold water, quick. Once the water starts coming to 10 cups.
This sounds
of water.
totally normal to me.
Right, 3 cups of water. Water, the cooking. Fresh water's fine.
I have not heard anything that sounds out of the ordinary.
Water comes to a boil. Salt water. Water, all right. 3 cups of water. Oh, that's fucking water? What do you mean water? Salt in my waters. I'd say getting the water. It's like taking a sip of water. A little water. Cold water. Water's heavy. Amount of water.
Water's
dump them
heavy.
into ice water. You want to into the water.
Sorry, it's one of the best videos on the internet, so you had to deal with it. Oh, it's okay. My people are dumb too. This is what Floridians do. Look at this shit.
Come on. Isn't there like a movie or a show called Florida Man?
Probably. Speaking of boats.
There we go. We got air.
Uh-oh. Please tell me that's smashing into another boat. Wow.
How great would that be?
Oh, that would be so great.
How amazing would that be?
And then the wing break.
Oh,
that was pretty
and then
good,
the
though.
wing breaks.
Oh.
Someone says at the end. And then the wing breaks. Kids in fish tanks. That's all that's called. I figured you would understand.
Sure. Where's the fish?
Well, I don't know, but Jesus is there. Hello, Jesus.
8 pound, 6 ounce.
Like
baby
yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Hmm?
So, you know this guy? Do you remember this guy?
Bolsonaro. Oh, it's Carl Sagan.
No.
It looks like Bolsonaro.
That's Carl Sagan.
Doesn't it look like Bolsonaro? Come on.
A little bit. I feel you. The illegality of cannabis is outrageous, an impediment to full utilization of a drug which helps produce the serenity and insight and sensitivity and fellowship so desperately needed in this increasingly mad and dangerous world. Motherfucker, somebody should have listened to this guy.
I think a lot of people did about a lot of stuff, just not that.
Just I never heard that paragraph from him, and I have like 3 or 4 of his books here, you know? Like, so good for him.
Carl Sagan.
So we made it to Dad Zone.
Oh boy.
We have an early Dad Zone.
Oh boy.
This week.
Okay.
And this one's from Twitter, so you know it's going to be good. And action.
Hey, yo, Levi, you want to buy?
Oh!
Hey, yo, Levi, you want to buy?
Dude, the baby's got hops, bro.
Oh, he's got ups.
Wee!
That definitely is a Cabbage Patch doll, by the way. And he's okay.
I know. And he's okay. That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny. This one's also just fucking adorbs. And piece of candy. Piece of candy.
I got a lot of
candy.
That's a lot of tennis balls.
And piece of candy. Piece of candy. Like, I love the dad who's just filming too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Also, I like my film is like, you know, I'm a 90s baby when it's like, I film like this, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking Sony V cam. You know what I'm saying?
Right, with the thing strapped to your hand, right by your eye. Yeah.
Yeah. Not like this, which is what it totally is. This is just a phone the guy's holding. But anyway, yeah, the dad's just like could totally tell the kid, hey kid, you're dropping the other tennis balls, you know? Like he's just like, nah, he'll figure it out. He'll figure it out eventually. They tend to. Like this one learned a lesson.
Oh boy.
Novo lugar. Aqui tem coisas muito boas e muito baratas.
Oh God. Oh man.
That's Brazil, son.
What the
That's what that is.
hell?
I recognize my Portuguese. I guess it could be Portugal, but you know, whatever.
Smoke weed every day. Yes, that is right. CS. And that's Carl Sagan saying that.
Yep. He would know.
Happy 14th.
Yay!
What the?
What?
Oh! Happy birthday! God damn!
Happy birthday to the ground,
dude! What the hell?
The rest of the cake too.
What the hell?
What the hell? Why'd you do that?
What?
Oh god!
Why?
Because
why would you do that on his birthday? Yeah, but no.
They're trying to put his face in the cake, and then he like moved the cake, and it hit the fucking table. Like, that strong neck.
Oh, so nicht jetzt die Kerze ausgegangen, Willi.
Frozen.
Why?
What happened?
Why?
Looks like a paint
it just
can.
Does this sometimes?
Paint can
here,
lantern.
Watch, I gotta do this now.
Oh, so nicht jetzt die Kerze ausgegangen, Willi.
Oh, is there fire in there?
Just falls in. I think it's an LED.
Okay, I hope so.
Yeah, because I think when he tapped it, it like shut off. You know. Little girl's scripted phone call with the police for misbehaving.
Right now, I can call the police and tell them not to go to your house. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. How about right now you apologize for misbehaving? Will you do that?
Yes.
Who is that, Amelia?
Say sorry, Mom.
Who is that?
All right, good job.
The
That was a
police?
good choice.
Yes.
I will go ahead and call the police right now and tell them that you decided to start behaving.
Okay.
Are you going to be okay now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, thank you for calling 911. We're here to help.
Thank you.
Call us again if you ever have any
Thank
more
you.
issues with naughty kids. We'll
Thank
have the
you.
police standing by.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
That's the bad kids line.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid,
I won't call the police.
My mother used to like threaten me and my brother and say that they were going to send us to the bad boys' home, like kind of like what he just did.
That's where my family comes from, the bad boys' home.
Yep,
quite literally, actually. That's my lineage.
Mm-hmm.
He got sent to the bad boys' home, the home for wayward boys. So then my dad ended up working at one of those as a psychiatrist. So
CEOEEE
goes in circles.
Yeah.
First of all,
Adorbs.
He looks like the Swedish chef.
Adorbs.
Like, that's cute as shit. A little Pillsbury boy. You know? Little puffy cheeks.
You're supposed to close your eyes, dude.
You're not supposed to get into the bowl. You're not supposed to pour it all over your face.
That's another story, but
yeah, that's another story. Here we go. We got a celebration. Celebration.
Well, there's champagne in France. Celebration.
Yeah, celebration. Celebration.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Also, onesie adorbs.
Nice. Oh yeah. I used to
with
love
the
those
booties.
I used to love the zip up footy onesies. Those are the best. If they had snaps, they went in the garbage.
Mm.
Or they got given away, donated. But snaps suck. Zip up only. Especially with a kid that age. Wow, that's impressive. He's imitating
Monkey
his
see, monkey
mommy.
do.
Being all
Yep.
biggins. Aw.
Like,
aw. I'm sure mommy just
it's
loves that.
where he like,
Yeah,
hand
he's-
on the back and everything.
Yeah, his hand on the back. He's just imitating her. He's following her with the binky in the
That's
mouth and
great.
everything. That's perfect. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That is outstanding. Yeah, see, trying to mimic his mom. I could see that.
This is
wow.
This is Jesse Jet's kid coming up soon. Got to teach him the family business of forklift operation
and songwriting.
Mostra aí pra essa galera que você é foda.
Brazil,
Aí,
again.
moleque, tá subindo aí o fork, tá bem, tá subindo aí, tá bem.
Também.
Isso,
Good.
vai na manha,
Good.
devagarzinho.
Uh-oh.
Não, porra, peraí, não, aí não,
No,
pra
no, no,
direita,
no, no,
caralho.
no, 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 no,
não,
you're gonna hit the car. Okay.
The sound you made. You just went all high pitched. Oh God, look at that, dude. Like, oh, that sucks so much.
Yes, it does.
I mean, he was going good. I was like, oh, también. Ahí eso. Fuck. Okay. Do you have one of these little garden houses? No.
Buna basmayacaksın. O zaten bunu kırmışsın. Bizim çilek ev bak ama evet çok yavaş. Birkaç tane yere bas.
Oh no. Yeah, I would say, oh, that kid's gonna have some kind of scrapes on his face after that. Oh,
yep.
I can already see the
What's
result. That's dad vibes right there. I can see it.
Yep. Oh, this one's good. I left something in the truck. Well, I gotta get up and then handle and then perfect. And that's what I left in the truck.
His twin brother?
Yeah.
Gotta get the kid out.
Maybe even younger brother.
Oh, yeah, it's a younger
Like, his
brother.
balls flat.
Whoop.
Like, oh, this one's good.
Yeah, right here. Just like that.
Uh-oh.
Are you scared? Why is it Auntie Shantae's coming?
The smell.
It's a penis.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Disgusting. It's the beanie. This one's good. This is
Yeah,
just
but
whoever
that's why
cleans
you
the
shouldn't have
windows need a
kids.
raise.
Uh-oh. 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 Bop.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Another one? Bop. Oh, come on. You're going to give the kid a concussion. Come on.
I mean.
Oh, poor kid. He doesn't know.
You want to see what he's been
Yeah.
practicing?
Uh-oh.
Look what I've been practicing. Oh yeah!
Fake wrestling.
Yeah.
He's wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
the way he says
Look what I've been practicing.
"practicing." That's what he said. God. So, do you put up lights? I know you took your kids to see the lights.
No, we don't put up lights. We can put like a menorah in our window, and we've got neighbors that do. I don't go through the thing, but no, thankfully.
Gotcha.
Looks
So
like
you do
today's-
not know this pain.
Oh, of the ladder falling while you're up on the roof? No.
Like
Yeah. I'm kind of fine.
We made it to Pet Zone, and I jumped forward, And I go night-night. Good night. As Indy typed furiously.
Good night-night.
Good night-night.
And nope. And flip myself back.
I could
and...
watch this all day.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So good.
Like, I literally could just have this on a loop. I'd be okay.
I'm going to sleep. Night-night.
Can you explain?
AI.
AI, you say, huh? What is this like?
Cowboy feeding Chinese lo mein to a horse.
Lo mein to a horse.
Yes.
I sent this to Tara the other day.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
God.
That's the penis. Yes, Colin, that's the penis.
That's the penis.
Uh-oh.
Where is it?
I got it. Don't take your shit.
At the same time he didn't. Like, this is a little springy boy. And bip. He pulls back too. He knows exactly how it works.
Has he got a Hitler mustache? Is that a cat that looks like Hitler?
The cat? I don't think so.
Is that a Joker mustache?
He's got like a Joker mustache. That's worse. I feel like that's worse.
Either that or somebody just drew with a magic
Blue's
marker.
Cat. Have you seen Carl?
No.
No,
but
cat.
He's legendary.
That's like running
no.
for office. Yeah, he's got a little, what is it? Hair toupee. Like,
oh my god.
Mullet toupee with the hair part, something like that. Look at this one. Let's see how long it takes for Indy to notice.
Squirrel. Oh, I noticed right away.
It's still going. Pupper's like, how do I get?
I hear it. But, oh, that is just one. Wow. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. What are you moving? What are you doing? I'm gonna get you. This is called quick versus big. Quick versus big. I'm gonna tire your ass out. Somebody's gonna tire out first. I don't know who it's gonna be, but my guess is it's gonna be quick because he's expending a whole lot more energy.
But you'd think.
You never know. That's great.
But sometimes you get ducks. You know? Do you know Jerry? Jerry the duck?
Jerry Be Nice?
Famous duck.
Jerry, be nice. She's just trying to swim. Don't kill. Yeah, she wants to swim, Jerry. Kill her, Jerry. Kill her. Kill her now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, good boy. Good boy, Jerry. Yes.
Oh my god.
Get the water balloons.
Oh my god. What's the dude yelling at the thing for? What's he yelling at him
Jerry.
for? Wow.
Oh god. Get her, Jerry. Fucking Jerry. He's done other videos that are fantastic.
Oh my god, that's great.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Oh.
Is that a flying squirrel?
No, it's just a squirrel on one of those little feeders that spins. Yep.
Oh, he's getting faster. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Is he gonna... How long can he hang on, little fucker?
Right, it's like the full 8 seconds, or like
the full 8 seconds. Look at him swim. There you go. Oh, that's
nice?
Great. That definitely would have set the high-pitched sound.
There's one online that goes crazy fast, by the way. Like, I think there's YouTube compilations of just that. You know? Oh, Gator.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh. Now, who's smart enough to go after the dude? Yeah, one of them was like, oh. One of them's like, hey, the food's up there. What am I flying in there for? He's smart.
Right.
But there was an attempt.
Oh, there was an attempt here as well. Action.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
My word. Hey now.
He's like, I got one.
Hey now.
And they're trained not to move. They're trained not to move.
Get her off of him. That would be you.
They're trained not to move.
Alright, so she's not going to get off. She's going to likes him. Alright, so Brian is offering food for food. There we go.
Yay!
You
He's
tackle him
okay.
again? Oh. I was hoping that.
Oh, how great would that be?
Again.
Like, oh yeah, I needed a snack first. You're right. You know,
right?
What? Say again? Like, this is one of those terrible translations. Do you see? Would you buy this shoe? Feeling of walking on shit. Like,
yeah, I can imagine the sound.
Yep. I didn't even notice. Like, it's like, yeah, but without the sound. No sound.
Yeah, that's what it would sound like right there. Yeah, notice. Yeah, it's muted.
Your worst nightmare has entered the chat.
Captain Lego Banana. Captain Lego Banana.
Banana Man.
He shoots bananas from a banana as a banana.
And it is a banana controlling a giant banana. See, this is like a normal Lego person with a banana suit.
Yep.
So therefore, this is like a 30-foot tall banana. You know? Like,
with
that
arms.
Fires regular bananas out of a
transforming banana. My guess would be that it probably wraps around and turns into a boat. A banana boat?
Banana boat. Yes, of course.
Sure.
Exactly. You get where I'm going with this.
I do.
For those that don't know, Indy hates bananas. So you're welcome.
Detest bananas, but thank you.
Fucking weird monkey. Damn.
That's a nice peaceful dam you got there.
Is that a goddamn?
It will be soon. And water. Earth.
My dam.
Like,
goddamn.
Yeah, that whole fucking thing's gone. Like, you couldn't stick your finger in that to stop it. That was done. This is a weir, technically, I think. But Jesus. Now everything on this side of the dam is now fucked. Pretty much. Kind of like this thing. What is it with Apple users, Indy?
Dumb.
Can you explain? Okay, well here, watch this. You want to hydro dip your MacBook?
Sure. No, but yeah. Why?
Look, hydro dipped.
But why?
You want to tell her what's about to happen?
No. It's gonna go boom. Uh-oh.
It's just not gonna turn on. It's fucking... She just submerged it in water, dude.
You just killed your computer, yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Like on, too.
Why? What?
Just take the faceplate off and then do it.
This guy does such great videos.
Doesn't he, though?
You
Sean
just
something.
lost yourself a customer. You think I own this business? You think I own IKEA? I'm a part-time employee halfway through a 2-week notice. I don't give a shit. I'm telling all my friends not to shop here. Tell them. You think I want 5 other yous running around the store? Have them call me, I'll tell them. You think you hate this place more than me? I work here. I know the sale ended last week, but can I still get a discount? Do you hear yourself? We can't go backwards. Time marches on. You want the sale from 15 years ago, too? When's it end, Diane? You want that price? You're going to have to go through the quantum realm with Ant-Man. You know how much money I spend here? More than you should. The meatballs ain't that good. Save your money. And my time. Doesn't matter how much you spend here. We don't thank our donors. This isn't PBS. Every time I come here, my order gets messed up. Then stop coming. Make my day. Every time you come here, your order's messed up. Sounds like you're making the mistake. Look inward. You're ordering the wrong shit. I'd like to speak to your manager. I'd like to speak to your mother. Tell her she should be embarrassed. She raised someone to act like a baby in public. You want to speak to the manager, please? The manager doesn't know what's going on. Haven't you ever worked anywhere before? I know that's not right. I used to work here. Well, things change. Sorry they didn't run it by you first. You used to work here. Well, I used to be happy. Then you walked in. Can you just check in the back? Can you just accept we don't have it? Back in some magical place. What do you think is back there? Santa's workshop? The only thing back there is a clipboard with our schedules and some brownies Darcy brought in. The website said it was in stock, and what do your eyes say? Sometimes it's wrong. The website also has pictures of employees smiling. You see that? You go yell at your computer instead of me. It'll get you the same result. Nothing. This is cheaper at other stores. Then shop there. Why are you here?
This is like every retail guy's catharsis.
I'll get you some. I'll call you an Uber. Cheaper at other stores. I don't set the prices. I'm a seasonal employee. You working hard or hardly working? I'm hardly laughing. I'm already at work. I don't have time for a second job pretending you're funny. Why don't you tell me something I don't hear every day? Like, thank you. You should open up more registers, and who's gonna work them? You think I'm the only one ringing you up because I called dibs? You want me to clone myself, or you saying you want to apply? Well, you see we're short-handed. Where's your resume? I can't believe they have you working Thanksgiving. I can't believe you're shopping. Why do you think I'm here? It's because of you. I have to stand here for 15 hours so you can yell at me instead of your family. I work retail. I don't even remember what Thanksgiving is. The customer is always right. About what? How to piss me off? You think you're God because you went shopping? You're not infallible, Susan. You're at the mall. Always right. That's why you're on your 9th try hitting the button for credit. Do you have any coupons for...
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Credit.
Oh.
For me? That's what I ask you. We all have our roles to play. What, you think you just found a cheat code for the store? Oh yeah, I keep a few 100% offs back here for the smart customers. Bring your own. Didn't scan?
Bring your own.
Must be free, and you must be out of your mind. To think you're the first person to say that. You're not even the first one today. Don't worry about the scan. I'll type in the product code and charge you double. I swear, I fake laugh at this job so much, I forget how my real one sounds.
Waiting. That literally is waiting. That literally is like the movie Waiting, when like they're waiting at the door when they open up.
They did one of those. Yeah, here you go. Here's the link to the retail one, Yippert. You're welcome. Oh, I can do that. You want to get chicken in Russia?
Mm-hmm.
At the KGB.
Yes.
In Mother Russia, chicken fry you. So also in Russia, I figured I should note, or at least somewhere very similar.
К вопросу о том, почему забивается канализация.
Ew. That's probably not
Потому
good.
что, ребята, вот этот цемент.
Whatever the hell that is.
У каждого...
Oh!
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what the hell that was. Oh.
I think he said cement.
Butter. Yeah, Yipper says
water.
butter. Water. There's a lot of water in there. Yeah.
Water. So in the dark, on top of a mountain, and it's snowing in Russia. Okay? Okay. No, that was your setting. What's his motivation?
Okay, is he doing like rocket boots? Yep. He's gonna.
Okay.
He's burning his pants. What?
And now we're in Star Wars.
What the fuck?
Warp speed.
For real?
Ridiculous speed.
Ludicrous speed.
Speed.
He's on fire.
And where are we dropping in Fortnite? Right?
Holy shit. He's got to be in like one of those squirrel suits, right?
Yeah, he is.
Dude, that's a long way down.
Ooh, and in the dark too. That's
a
no
long
joke,
way down. Holy shit.
Would you?
I'd probably dig a couple pickles out and eat
it. take a couple out, huh? Okay. Hamburgers, Randy.
Cheeseburgers,
Randy. I want to see how many in the chat would. You know?
Cheeseburgers, Randy. If you can get your mouth around that, that's a double animal style with like ridiculous amounts of
a pickles.
That's kind of hot, but it's also kind of gross.
Kind of hot.
That's kind of gross.
Nice. Excuse me, but I ordered extra pickles. I actually know that reference, Ed Heller. You're welcome for me fucking growing up in the 90s again. Excuse me. But he hit him under his tongue the whole time. Look at this. So you gotta pay attention to what's happening. Right. So he gets down on one knee, he pushes him, and then pushes the wife, and he's like, "Hey, you motherfucker!"
Hey.
Like,
hey,
like, look, I brought flowers.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was her. Give him a yellow card.
Fuck you. Fuck you. That's a yellow card. Could be even a red card.
I said it first, Ed.
Here we go. If you see concrete moving like that,
run.
Yeah, like.
Look at the cracks it's putting in the road. Oh, it's not gonna last long. That's doing a dance right there.
Yep.
Wow. And some steam pressure.
So
wingsuit with a road flare strapped to his ankle. Thank you. .com.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
We're gonna click to see spoiler. Are you ready for spoiler?
I'm ready. Well, it's a 240Z, so it's a 240SX, so it has a spoiler. Or Skyline.
It looks like it has a cup holder in the fucking.
No, that's the top. That's the top of the
small
soup.
Cup.
No, that's the top of the soup.
Yep. Gotcha. Yeah. Is that a Wendy's?
Huh?
But that's funny. I mean, that's obviously what they're for. So, this is just fucking karma. Sometimes you like seeing people get some, you know? Like, oh, what a nice, pretty glacier. Let me fuck it up. Like,
what the fuck?
Oh God.
Oh my God. I know that
Craziness.
guy. His name's Grant.
Grant? Fucking Grant. Do you know this guy? What's this guy's name?
Joey.
Joey? Okay.
Something's... Oh my God. Oh, that's so gross. What's it
I
say?
have some different things I can hold with my shoulders.
What?
Deodorant.
Why would you?
Some soap.
What? Why would you want to?
Here's another bottle. So,
Why are we watching this? What? Why?
Because art is a thing that one should enjoy. You know?
Yipper. Nope.
The fucking
nope.
the class. The class. Like,
dude. Bro, you got to do some like chest pulls or something.
It looks like that Muppet. Like it looks like the Muppet that's just like no,
he
one
has
of the
no
fucking what's
okay,
the one
I'm
that's
sorry.
like
See, he was born without collarbones. He has no collarbone.
What's the thing with like yip 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 yip
that's
yip,
the
those
alien,
things?
the brother, the alien brothers. Yeah.
like yip 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 yip. Like, doesn't it a little bit? Or is it just me? Oh God,
I'm grossed out.
No regrets on the fucking like.
Yep.
Like that's what you. That's how you look at that. Literally, The Rock.
It's The Rock. The
No?
Tiki statue is The Rock. Yes.
Yeah.
With the people's eyebrow.
Yeah. Is that what it is? The people's eyebrow?
That's what they call it.
I don't think that eyebrow can be controlled by people. I think that's,
well, that's what
out of
you
this.
A
What?
question for the
She has a question.
men. What the fuck do you want?
That's all we want. Just a Nissan Skyline Hot Wheel. Like,
Spinning
I love
out.
the noises. I love the noises.
Yeah, like
he hits the fucking the blow off valve.
Well, he's a drifter. He's trying to drift. He's drifting.
Yeah. Around the grinder.
I want weed. I want 240 Skyline. I want drifting. I want
Yes.
silence.
I want Vin Diesel.
Oh no, this is not going to go well. Don't light. That's not how you light your joint. Oh, it is how he's going to light his joint. Wow. That's hardcore.
How fucking ridiculous was that?
That's hardcore. Hardcore parkour?
Oh no, you're not hardcore.
I thought I measured it right. Measure one, measure twice, cut once, right? Isn't that what they
Like,
say?
how the fuck? Yeah. That's gotta be, he gotta put that on top.
Dude, he put a blanket over it too. It looks like they like put something over it.
Yeah, like tile. So it looks like tile being like,
Sure.
But funny. I like it.
Yep.
What
else we got?
Oh, we got some more stuff. The easiest way to make sculptures.
Right, can you just put your chin up slightly for me? Yep, that's it. Yep, and then just put your arm up in the air. A little bit higher. That's good. Now just turn slightly towards me. And open your eyes.
Medusa.
And open your eyes.
Nice.
I just thought that was a bit of Greek humor, you know.
You know, I always thought about
we're about to see
buying this thing, and then I realized it's an inflatable thing for food, and that is just a recipe for disaster, literally.
I mean, this is literally a Greek tragedy, so you know.
I know what's about. I have a feeling I know what's about to happen. Lunch.
The nachos, man. You dropped the nachos.
Is that Philadelphia?
Probably. Fuck the Eagles. Feeling safe in your own skin. So have
Even
you
though
seen
it doesn't
these guys?
look like skin.
Yes. Have you seen these guys that do the fucking hooks?
No.
Like through the skin?
Oh no.
We don't have extras.
What?
But you don't need it. Get on the air. You get on the air, and you tell me when I pull you. Go?
Yeah, go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ow. But again, why? I ask every time. But why?
But why?
Why would you pinch your skin and put a hook in it so that you could permanently? Okay.
To impress women. Maybe. Men do stupid things for that. Right. And action.
Oh shh. What did he just take out?
God damn it, Jacob.
What did he just take out? Like everything, but
like fucking 5 Mac fucking like all the computers in the office.
Oh,
like
yeah, that was probably a bad idea. I'm guessing you're gonna get fired for that.
All the iced matcha lattes. So real estate.
Yep. Is it recording? Mm-hmm. Cool. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Benjamin, aka Real Estate. If you're looking to buy or sell a house out here in Colorado, slide in my DMs like this.
Oh! Oh!
I put it just because I know you would feel that. I know you would feel that so hard.
I'm crying. You have me in tears. I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling a lot of pain.
I know. For those who don't know, Indy's been having like back problems. He had to like
literally
get
sitting on a heating pad
pain
as we
meds
speak.
and shit. Like, this is lower back though, so this is like, imagine if that hurt too.
Oh, that got the whole one, top to bottom, right in the middle, right on the spine.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that.
God.
Oh, at the end. Yeah, you're going in for traction, sir. Oh my god, that's winner of the night right there.
Shit whipped. Zop.
Oh, I don't know. That could have been going out with a bang, dude. Seriously.
That was good, wasn't it?
Oh,
this was pretty.
I don't know how you
fucking
top
good,
that, but damn.
Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're fucking drunk and shit.
Oh,
there he is.
Uh-oh. He just locked himself out. Oh no. Hair. Finger. Oh, stuck in the door jam.
The fucking look at the fucking hold on. It's like the minute it happens. It's like the scream that he fucking makes is like
Okay, make it
And,
stop.
no one notices. But he couldn't he couldn't
move.
Just
He
open
stopped.
the door, dude. Just open the door.
Oh. Oh, that's great.
Here we go. Wait, your car overheated.
Go on, Louis.
Oh yeah, mate.
That's hot. Oh. Damn. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Hey. What the fuck?
Huh?
Yeah.
What is coming out
Maybe
of the...
turn the car off?
Yeah, good one.
I guess it is off.
What the...
I guess it is off.
What is spraying out of there?
Rust,
Coolant?
probably.
Coolant?
Yeah. So, now we can end on bangs. What? You ready?
I'm ready.
These are interesting set at this time.
Cement mixture?
They're not gonna be what you expect.
Whoa! Captured, guys, captured.
Wow.
Oh my,
Nice.
Fucking.
That's an impressive smoke ring.
Yep.
That's all he was trying to do, right? Was just get a smoke ring?
Whoa! Captured, guys, captured.
Yes.
Captured, guys. You got it.
Captured.
Captured.
Captured. This one's pretty good.
There's an entire group of people out there that say the Altor 9 is the worst pistol in America.
Oh boy.
I say they lack imagination. Because with a 3D printer, you can pretty much make anything awesome.
Uh-oh.
The sound is the best part, right?
Like
it's like
where's because I didn't hear the bang. I didn't even hear the shot.
Bones.
Thing awesome.
It's like bones.
Yeah, but that's what like a ceramic gun sounds like.
No, that's a sound effect someone added in. That's like
okay.
Minecraft bones noise. It's like a Skelly boy popped up, you know.
Nice. CS over on the Twitch. Yes, twitch.com/IndLeftNews. We are live over on Twitch too. And twitch.com/IndieNews.Network. INDIE News Network.
And
going out with a bang.
action.
Uh-oh. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. Whoa. It's coming back at you. It's coming back around. You better run.
Oh fuck!
Or was somebody throwing one at him? I think they're all throwing them at each other.
I didn't watch that all the way to the end.
It seems a totally safe thing to do.
I stopped halfway before it started coming back.
Oh, I figured it would boomerang back or someone would throw it.
This is hold my beer while I hillbilly myself into space.
Oh my god. Wow, that whole thing glowed red.
Oh.
What?
Like that's literally a rocket. That's literally what that was.
What?
Like,
yeah, I gotta see that again.
Yeah, that's like literally space engine shit. That's like a fucking.
Yeah, but what is
like?
that?
I bet he stored probably like alcohol or something in there.
Like, oh,
you know,
that's a fuel tank.
And now we gotta like clear it. Yeah.
Wow, look at the glow.
It's like a big plastic. Yeah. Methane man, that dude. Like where I paused it on the stream, that I just like looked up right now is incredible. It's like right at the middle of like jet.
Yeah.
You know, with like dude ducking out of the way of it. But anyway,
Wow.
That's it. That's it for tonight, folks.
We're done with boats.
That's boats.
Put yourself back.
That's it for tonight, folks. That's boats.
Yay! All right. It is 12:12. We did good.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's going to happen this week? Who knows where we will be 1 week from now? Because
find out next time on
episode 62, where we will talk about the rail workers. We will talk about Matt Taibbi and Elon Musk and Twitter files and who knows what else. Probably Florida, man. With
same
Florida,
bad
man.
time, same bad channel.
Yeah. That's somebody else's song. We used Red Pilled over here, but before we do that, oh goodness, no! Did he really just?
I'm not allowed to be Adam West.
That wasn't Adam West. That was more John Travolta than anything.
No, it was Adam West. Have you not seen that? Like,
yeah, I know, but I was doing John Travolta.
Batman doing it. Meme.
John Travolta out of Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
That's where I was.
Yep.
Thank you everybody for hanging out. This was fun as always. We did some great stories. We had a little bit of laughs, and we watched some crazy shit. That's what we do every week on How Do We Miss That? So, same bad time, same bad channels, as this man said. But I'm going to say, always keep questioning everyone's motivations, and
keep listening to what little birds have to tell you. Good night, fam.
I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. I thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
My favorite songs don't hit the same way. I get to the end of a 4-minute track and I'm only looking back thinking, what did they actually say?
So I try to